when I did that, when somebody asked the question, you see, when I did this step, I clubbed A1 and A2 together because I saw that these two, A1 and A2, have the least probabilities. That's why I clubbed it. So when you have reached to this one, okay, then again you have to check. Every step you have to check what are the probabilities, okay, and you have to accordingly arrange that in that order with probabilities. So that's why it is not a good thing to say, because you have to, because it may not have the same sequence, okay, because I am using the sequence A1, A2, AK, it means P of A1 bigger equal to P of A2 dot bigger equal to P of AK. But here, after this change, okay, that sequence may change, okay. A1 can go to other place or A2 can go to other place, okay. Maybe if this is the list among all this, let's say, then it will come somewhere here or somewhere here, okay, because you have to arrange the probability. So that's why I wrote A1 dash A2 dash AK. It does anyway. So you know the logic. So right now I can just write it this way. But probabilities, let's say P of A1. So I'm not writing any order here, okay? P of A2 dot P of AK minus 2, and last one is the probability for the last symbol is the addition of the probability. So AK minus 1 plus probability of AK. Okay, and then repeat the step. So again you have new probabilities. So again you have to arrange in the order, and again you have to do the same procedure. So repeat the step 1 and 2. Okay, this is the algorithm. Okay, and yeah, so let me give you one example because this is very important. I mean, so here I had some few more letters. Let's say, suppose I have. So actually, I don't need the symbols. You need to. Okay, I just need the probabilities. Okay, then I can construct the trees and I can say what are the code words. But let me just write for the sake of finding out which code word is for which symbol. Okay, let's say it is A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7. I have this many symbols. And let's say these are the probabilities: 0 0.5, 0 0.15, 0 0.15, 0 0.10, 0 0.05, 0 0.025, 0 0.025. So what should I club together? Which two symbols should I club together? Which symbols should we club?
The last two.
Last two, yeah, because they have the least probabilities. Okay, club together, we put 1, another one we put 0. Then they'll have the probability will be the addition of these two. So I'll consider this as only one symbol, these two symbols, okay, as a combined symbol. Probability will be added, so probability will be 0 0.05. Now, say among all this, one A2 other one, this A6 plus A7, they have the probability 0.05. So I have to combine A5 with this one, right? So if I do that, then I can write 1 here, 0 here, and then I have to add the probabilities. So 0.05 plus 0.05 will be 0.10. Then again the same thing, I have to add this. So I have 0 here, I have 1 here, and if I add this, it will be 0.20. But now you see the probabilities, if you check, this is the least one, not this one. Okay, so I have to club these two. So if I club this, so let us take up to here, and I have to have a nice picture. So here, so it is 1, 0, and both of them will give us the 0.30, the probability of the combined one. So now we have this 0.5, 0.30, 0.20. So again, these two are the least ones, 0.20 and 0.30. So we can club this. Okay, this could be 1, this could be 0, and then I have now 0.50, and then I'm left with 0.50 and 0.50, so I can just do a clubbing here, 1 and 0, and that's it. Now you already know what are the code words. What is the code word for A1? It is 0. Code word for A1 is 0. Code word for A2 will be 100. For A3, 101. Okay, let me write down the tree. Okay. So suppose I start from here. So this is my origin. Then I have 0, I have 1, 0, 1. Now this 1 has a branch. So let's see, I have a branch here. Okay, so I get 0 and 1. So 0 and 1. 0 also has a branch. So 0 has a branch, 0 and 1. And 1 also has a branch. So 1 has like this branch, 0, 1, 0. And 1 also again has a branch. So this is 0, this is 1. And again 1 has a branch. So again 0, this is 1. And then, yeah, that's how it is. There is no other branch, right? So my code words are like this. Okay. So let me just write down the code words in. So it is 0 for decimal point, then 100 for this one, 101, this one, 110, then 1110, and 11110, 11110, and then 11111 for the last one. So these are my code words for A1, for A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7. Okay. Okay. So this is a nice procedure, Huffman code, in order to generate a code, uniquely decodable code, because it is a prefix code. And no other code in this world can have expected length less than this code. Okay. Well, this is because this is optimal. Okay, less than this code. But there are few drawbacks with this code. In fact, there are many interpretations of this code. There are many, I would say, innovative way of interpreting this code. I mean, like, suppose I want to find an answer from you. Okay, so there is a kind of a game. Okay, and suppose I ask you to assume an integer. Let's say the integer is between, let's say, 10 to 50. Okay, then I will ask a few questions to you, and you can only answer either yes or no. Okay, then the thing is, what is the minimum number of questions I would ask you, which you answer in terms of yes and no, and I will get to know the answer of my original question. So how many questions, yes, no questions I should ask to you to find out what you have guessed about the number. So there is a game like that. Okay, so that also can be linked with this kind of a problem, because all the 0, 1 are nothing but is yes, no pattern. Okay, so I'm not going into that, but I think there are I think a subsection in this Thomas and Thomas book. If you are interested, you can read. Okay, this is a very there are innovative interpretation of this code, but this code has a serious drawback. Okay, the drawback is, if I just know the probabilities, the probabilities, this do not give me any guess about the length or the code word, length of the code words or the code word. So there is no function, there is no nice function, okay, which will, function means what? If you consider the language, I mean, okay, so language in sense of computational complexity. Okay, let's say you consider all process sequences of 0, 1. That is what the language is. Okay, So, and if I give you the probability, so there must be a function from this probabilities to that set, okay? The sequence of 0 ones of some part up to of some particular length, let's say. So there is no such nice function between the code words and the probability. So if I say, this is my probabilities, then what do we expect? What should be the length of the code word A1, code word for A1? You cannot precisely say what it is. So if you have many more sources, so this is just only 7, but if you have many more source letters, okay, source symbols, okay, then this code will be a little problematic, okay, in a sense that I do not have any guess, I do not have a nice way to generate my code words, okay. So that, and this is one of the serious drawbacks about this Huffman coding, but this is a nice construction where when you have comparatively less number of source symbols, okay. Okay, any question?
Sir, here can we assign 1 to A6 and 0 to A7?
Yeah, that is a good question actually. You do that and see what you get. This is a nice question. This is a nice question. Very good question. Okay, so question is, and for these two examples, I'll let you do and see what happens. What will happen? See, why I will not do it? Because I already said that I will not do it. Because you see here in this theorem, I said the least probability will have xk, will have the last digit 1. Where is that? Yeah. So xk ends with 1 and xk minus 1 ends with 0. That's the property of the optimal one. Okay. So it is already proved that xk will end with 1 and xk will end with 0. But you can interchange that and you can see what will happen. Okay. This is a nice question. Okay.
So,
Yes.
sir, you said that we cannot determine the length of the code word for each source letter given its probability.
Yes.
This is the drawback of this Huffman's
Code
code,
word
right?
and length and the code word itself. Yeah. There is no nice function which will tell you, okay, what should be the code word, what is the length of a code word if the probability is less than, let's say, half, or the less than, let's say, one third, or less than 1/4. Yeah.
But sir, here we are determining the code words from the probability only. So there should be a function.
How do you know?
No. I'm just asking. I don't know.
No.
I'm just predicting.
Yeah. So even if that exists, nobody has found it out.
Okay.
Nobody has found it out till yet. I mean, I would say that. Okay. Because I mean, nobody knows how it is connected. There is no nice function which connects to the code word length or the code word with the probabilities. In fact, I mean, something can be said. For example, if the probability is less than 1/3, it can be said that code word length will be bigger or equal to 2. If the probability is bigger than 2/5, then the code word will have at least length 1. There are some observations, but there is no nice way of, I would say, there is no nice function which can predict that. Like if the probability is lying between, let's say, so probability is like, okay, what is it, 0 to 1. So let's say it probably lies here, or let's say here, or let's say here. What will be the corresponding code word? Nobody knows. So there is no such nice function. Yeah, you can generate this. So then you have to do it, and then only you'll get to know what is the code word. But before doing it, there is no guess. And if you have very large number of source letters, for example, you consider the English. Okay, English you have only 26 alphabets. Then it is capital, it is small. Okay, so then you have 26 plus 20 is 52, and there are so many symbols like, let's say, comma, full stop, dot, this, that. Okay, so you have very big set of source alphabets or source letters. Now you want to code it. Okay, so it will be a difficult problem. But but what I'm trying to tell you is there is no nice function which will tell you a precise 1-1 correspondence or a nice thing about I mean, what should be the code word length for if the probability lies in a range? Okay, there is no such thing.
Sir, what I'm saying here is, so by saying that looking at probability, we are trying to find the code. That means we are looking at the whole probability distribution or the single. Say suppose in our
No,
case,
single.
so
For
sir,
example, yeah.
say, in that case, it is impossible to do so, because what we can do, A2 can have 0.5 or 0.25 and A3 is 0.25, and we can keep on splitting this,
Yes.
and it will keep on adding branches to our tree and making our code long.
Yes.
So
No,
there is,
so if you say it is impossible, I cannot say because it is not proved it is impossible. I mean, somebody did not prove that there is no way it can be associated. There will not exist any function, any deterministic function, let's say, which will associate the length of the code word with the probabilities. It is not known, that much we could say. It's like the, let's say, the strong charge, what is that? Charge Turing thesis. Okay, they have a thesis or the Turing charge thesis. Okay, in your complexity theory, but because nobody knows that it's correct. Because, for example, the strong charge thesis or the strong charge Turing thesis in the community of computer science, okay, many people do not believe that this thesis is true, but there is no proof. I mean, for example, the problem of factorizing. For the problem of factorization, okay, of an integer, let's say, there is no algorithm, nice algorithm, I would say. There are algorithms, but the cost, the complexity is like exponential. But we don't know whether there is a polynomial time algorithm or not, because it does not exist till now. So we cannot say that it does not exist. We can only say it does not exist till now, because nobody could able to prove that there will not exist. So if there is, so you cannot say that much. We could say that till now we don't know the answer. So here, similar kind of a thing, that there is no direct association of the length of the code words with the probabilities still known. Okay, so